You can come in. Okay, we're live now. Yes, and I was watching the comments. Um, Now the 17th is Nebuchadnezzar's birthday. It goes Osiris, Horus, Set, then the girls. Then you have Aset and Nebuchadnezzar, and then Egyptian New Year. And yeah, I had a glitch. I had to zap the stream initially. What I was trying to do was someone asked if I could turn on the closed captioning. So I was trying to do that. Well, first you have to go in and set your English, and because somebody was saying it's easier to watch with closed captions, and so I had to go in and specify the language. So that's what happened with that, because I was trying to set that and it got me away from the control panel where I can tell it to go live. So it would be sitting there pending forever and ever. I'm like, no, we can't do that. So I just said, hold on, everybody, let me zap it and start over. But what else would you expect for the Birth of Seth?
No.
Huh?
I'm going to be real interested to see how the captioning handles all the prayers.
Yeah. I guess I have to disclaimer that anyone watching something like what we do on YouTube, you're gonna have to roll with the captioning. But I can say it's possible, because I watch things in closed captioning and have done this for, gosh, I guess 20 years by now. Watching stuff on closed captioning, and it's always really funny when it attempts to approximate something and can't really. And so
YouTube closed captioning is extra bad.
Yeah, they're still working the bugs out on that. So I don't know, for cheap thrills I may have to go back and watch this for captioning just to see what it does. But hopefully I went back and I was able to tweak that for last night's video too, where they'd asked about it. And so
that did make a great Patreon app.
Huh?
Make a
you
great
reading
Patreon
the
exclusive.
captions and reacting to it probably be a good Patreon.
Oh, Patreon exclusive. We react to our own captioning. That's an interesting idea.
Yes.
Suggestion taken.
I'll send you an entire box of crackers for that one.
By the way, I'm looking at your video feed, and there's a cat doing something over your shoulder, and that just looks kind of funny.
Oh yes, he's giving himself a bath.
Now I'm thinking of Michelle Pfeiffer, but anyway, yes, and apparently some folks are having some storms, and so it always has to storm somewhere. He's got to throw a birthday party somewhere. So. But oh goodness. So Katie, it sounds like you were dealing with TikTok mouth breathers. That's a new term that I heard from another channel, and I thought it was hilarious. But it's not funny when you're the one dealing with the mouth breathers. So just it is a lesson in dealing with frustration and detaching from something, and when you're dealing with negativity, and comments and stuff like that, and what helps is to remind yourself, these people don't know you, they're not in your sphere, they're just somewhere on the other side of a keyboard, or a phone screen. So you are not in any way a bad person if you just delete the comments, forget about it, block them, don't even give them the time of day. You don't need that kind of grief. We need more positivity in the world. So, if you can't say something nice, then go find another channel to hate watch. Huh? Oh, well, that's according to Steel Magnolias, but there's always other stuff you can hate watch. So, but yes, our setup is getting a little more populous. Of course, I also wanted to try and put that big statue group in there because Set is standing tall in the middle of it. So um, we'll
He's
just
not in the middle of it. He's on one side of it.
right. Well, he's to one side of it, but the whole group is in the middle of the
Right.
setup. So, yeah, it's not quite a menorah effect, but pretty reminiscent. So, all right.
All makes me want to get the miniature set. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you won't be yawning for long.
I'm caffeine deficient.
Oh, that's right. You didn't have coffee this morning,
That's right.
but you had that Coke.
That was nothing.
Yes, and I ran out of the homemade blueberry bread, and so I was thinking, oh, criminy, what have I got to offer? And I got some of the chocolate we were using for we'd gotten for s'mores, so I think that'll work. So s'more chocolate, and we'll have to make sure when we make some s'mores to offer some for Set. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Yunachuru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. We've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. Come on, that felt good.
That was cold.
It felt good.
I'm glad.
Cut it out. Hey. Try to dry your hands off there. Come here. There.
At least it wasn't as bad as yesterday.
True.
Yeah. Well, we went outside today. We both went out to go and get Megatron's front tires changed, and so it was hot, and it's nice and refreshing to come in and cool off, and then have some cool waters. And I have to thank Set for us not having any technical issues dealing with that, because it was enough. We had to get a donut changed out, and so that was enough of an issue to deal with.
Donut.
Forbidden donut.
Yeah. Well, for context, if anyone doesn't know, what do you mean tires changed donut? Well, a colloquial name for a spare tire is a donut because they're smaller.
Yeah.
And so, you're riding on kind of a tilt, because when the tires are smaller, it's a donut. So instead, Set had fun with live stream settings. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come, oh come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now, who will be joining us in the future, and has been with us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And so, we light our candles for our eyes of Ra, Mafdet, Sekhmet, that they may continue to protect us through the days on the year, bring strength and healing to those who need it. And we light our candles for Osa, for Horu, and for Set. You will rise in the Alcatis Kefri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Sutekh, chosen one of Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunuchiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. These cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyunachuru. You may be purified with it. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you. it takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus of your nature. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus be with wine, O Ra, O Sutta. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horketi within his house. Pure, pure is Set within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. Ra Horketi, Set. In every place their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horketi. Come to your body, O Set. Come to your bodies, O Yunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Set. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu, Neb Kaparu Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. There we are. And from the table of the gods, to the table of the blessed dead. There we are. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Porekere ta henket ka kao abdu senachurmerha kot nibet nafra wabet anket nachurim and kao na kupu nibu ma kere nibu kere nachra. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. Esfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Scoot them over a little bit. There we go. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, I'm just kind of peeking through here. Okay, so folks were asking about the about the cool waters, but yeah, a little bit of
And the ones that are asking about the cool waters.
Well, no, they're just one has to sound like someone who's pooping over there. This is, we are pure, dirty-minded, but pure nonetheless. Which I suspect you can gel with that, huh?
All right, I'll get you one day, son.
So I'll get you, my pretty.
Oh no, that's not reserved for him.
Okay, that's for exclusive company, right?
Yes.
No, but a little bit of historical background, especially because I think it was last year we had someone who happened to tune in on this, and I think they were anticipating something very different from what we do here, and especially because you have certain interpretations of Egyptian, or Kemetic belief that Set is very much a figure of evil, and among our tradition, it's kind of a misconception that he was completely demonized by the end of antiquity. Not necessarily. And I think the fall of paganism and the advent of Christianity probably had more of an effect on that than what had come before, because even in Roman times, we know they were still celebrating festivals for Set. And yes, he did get kind of merged with the Greek figure of Typhon, but there was descriptions of festivals that were going on that he was involved in. So, and the hymn that we're about to read comes from sources in the Greek magical papyri, as well as ancient titles that were used for him. And one of the things that kind of confused me when I first started talking with other people who were Kemetic is why was they would sometimes use Setesh or Sutek as his name, but because those are variations on his name from ancient times. It was sometimes spelled that way. And what's funny is we have a stela for two brothers, twin brothers, And the stela is called is a translated now as belonging to Suti and Hor, but that's basically Set and Horus. These were two twins who were their mother named them Set and Horus because they were twins. There was something special, and so that's referring to those two as twins. It's invoking Set and Horus as brothers. And we know that they were twins because in the stela, it's a biography, and there's a little bit of a hymn in there, and he, one of them is talking about his brother, and he says, "I know him; his ways I trust. He emerged from the womb with me on the same day." So that's how we know they were twin brothers, which is really cool. And all those things that they say about twins being able to understand each other, and they went on to serve under Amenhotep III, which is kind of cool. But Set's birthday was considered particularly unlucky because he was associated with confrontations and arguments, and the fear was that you might have a technical difficulty or something like that come up, or you might have a fight with somebody and not understand each other or something because it's Set's birthday. And so while all of the days on the year were considered a time where you should make extra preparations and take extra precautions because spirits were a little disordered. It's an in-between time, but Set's especially, it was kind of a turbulent point. And then things will pick up tomorrow because the birth of Isis was, a big party. And by later times, the Greeks and the Romans observed that the Egyptians would really party for Isis's birthday in particular. So we will read for Set. And if anybody's got any requests for prayers or things like that, go ahead and throw those up there, and we'll do the cookies, once we're done with that. Okay. Hail, O Sutek, son of Nut, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky. Fearsome one, at whom all lands tremble, great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky. You stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark. Protect us from evil and grant us long life. Okay. Oh, and the Fate Star was saying my front door lock was jammed when I came home. Yeah, that was. It's like, oh, hey, Conspiracy Town. Good to see you on. Mary Jo says, press to Set to help remove obstacles so I can get ADHD treatment. Asoberu, prayers that I get the financial aid I need for college and can pay for the loans I will inevitably have to encumber. I understand. I have student loans that are in deferment myself, so I can appreciate that. And yeah, this is the time of year where you would be filling out applications for financial aid and all that. So prayers to Set for giving me strength to overcome these obstacles and help with my mental health. Kid Fox, prayers to Set to calm the chaos in my home. Little Izzy is teething, crawling, and refusing naps, and Mom is not handling it well. Oh, goodness. Oh well, according to some sources, Talret is like an ex-wife of Set, because we know that Nephthys, Nebuchadnezzar is his wife. I guess I was like, because they were um you know divine brother and sister, and also they were a pair, kind of like Isis and Osiris. But in another source, Talret is also referred to as having been his wife at one time, and so maybe it just didn't work out. I guess that's the ex. But we'll ask Talret um, to help little Izzy calm down and get some sleep. Let Mama sleep, not drive Mama crazy. I can totally appreciate that. And he said, oh, I know. One, I ask you for a fortune from Seth. Please, what do I need to learn, even if I don't want to learn it? Be careful with that kind of question, because the last thing you want is for him to go, okay.
Okay. Here's the list. Thud.
Yes. Yeah, the scroll just, But
not something I would have done, dear boy.
All right. Okay. Hi, I'm Etiles. I watch Cookie for so I know what I need. I know what I need to learn, even if I don't want to hear it. LMAO. Okay. Well, let me. I'm going to kind of back up in the chat a little bit. Yeah, and a prayer request for my friend's cat Milo. He has an eye infection. Well, definitely, we're going to ask Lady Bess to take care of her servant who has an eye infection. I'll let them get better so that they can get back to doing kitty things. And, getting back to lots of purring and good, like I said, kitty things. And prayers for everyone who's, dealing with issues right now. And we ask Jehuti to bless the endeavor with the financial aid and being able to get through college and, be able to pay it off. Like I said, the funny thing is I've paid off a student loan, and now I have another one which I will eventually pay off. So I'm not, the funny thing is, had I not been so frugal and sent back some money that I didn't use one semester, I could have set it up on like an extended repayment, and just like had something that I could just do a little each month. But no, that there's a threshold for that. And if you're under that threshold, then they won't let you do that. I'm like, okay, well, fine. So it's independent.
You probably have that threshold now.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd have to see, but either way,
Yeah.
It all goes back to that. When you've been around a little while, you've become less fazed by things, I guess. And then when you get to the age of some folks that are near and dear to our hearts, they weren't fazed by anything. I'm thinking of like your dad and Wally, and folks like that. But anyway, goodness, let's see first of all what Set's fortune is for everyone and kind of for the year, because we've gotten one from Osiris, we've gotten one from Horus. Now it's Set's turn, and we'll put it with the other ones to see what kind of an overall message we're getting. So, Set, you have the floor. Mistakes are the portals of discovery.
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded fortune.
Yeah. Now let me put this in context. Because on the last day of the year, it said, you will achieve success this year. Then, Saturday for the birth of Osiris, let your hook always be cast. In the pool where you least expect it will be fish. Now, Horus told us yesterday, respect people's dietary restrictions. And today, Set tells us, mistakes are the portals of discovery. So I think given with the other things, it's, it doesn't sound quite so bad. Because there are opportunities and we should be alert for...
Yeah, there are even opportunities and mistakes.
Yes. A mistake on one thing could lead to something else. So... And of course, Set was invoked. He was a patron of certain regiments of the Egyptian army. There was a Set regiment, a Montu regiment, and a Sekhmet regiment. We know this from reports, from records from Ramesses the Great. And so, as a martial deity, courage and pressing forward would also be qualities that Set would encourage. And some folks were saying that he was, they see him as a patron of the outcast. What's interesting also is there's a papyrus that records dream interpretation. It says if you dream about this, then it means that. And it's a fascinating, window into ancient psychology and what kinds of things did people dream about 3,000 years ago. But what's intriguing about it is at the end of it has a heading for symbolism that applies to people who are Setian, that belong to Set. And then the papyrus breaks off. So frustratingly, we're left wondering, well, what would be different about dreams for people that are connected to the deity Set? And how would they be different? But it suggests that he was seen as, having certain people that belonged to him that were different from everyone else. And I almost wonder if maybe it was something like certain Native American tribes, and I think was it the Kiowa or the Pawnee? One of the Central Plains tribes had a contrary society, and they would do things differently from everybody else. But part of that was to show how strong they were and how, ready for battle and, things like that. This was a warrior society, but it was a contrarian society. And it was, if you were part of that, then it was okay, So they had a way to accommodate differences with people, perhaps a little better than we do now. And it's very intriguing to wonder, was there something element like that in Egyptian society at one point in time? So I find that a tantalizing idea. We'd have to find more things to support it, but the possibility is intriguing. So let's see. So we started getting some requests. Okay. So One Eye is our first one from Set. What do I need to learn? So One Eye, let's see what he has to say. Yes, and with that, mistakes are portals to discovery. I think what he might also be telling us is don't be afraid of making mistakes. And I have to admit, even I have problems with that. I don't like making mistakes, but you can get so afraid that you won't do anything.
I think one of the good examples of something important that was good that came from mistake was penicillin.
Yeah. Now, for one eye, here you go. Be kind to others even when it's not easy. Be kind to others even when it's not easy. So you wanted to know what you might need, even if it's hard? Well, be nice. Keep in mind that's coming from Seth. Be kind to others when it's not easy. And Katie Horton also asking for one from Seth. And why am I suddenly thinking of like from the South Park movie with Saddam and in that funny voice? See, I've really matured.
Yeah.
Yes. Just imagining Seth. See, I've really matured. But Katie Horton. Oops. Katie, you're the cookie today because it's empty.
You know the answers.
Yeah. And especially because you said we're having some difficulties, but you felt like Seth was there and he was really comforting. I think he's saying, that's what you needed to know. And that's what you need. You heard and you felt what you needed to. So don't worry about, confusing that message. So next up is, let's see, monkey mind thoughts. Well, I want to say that monkey mind, there's a, again, I'm thinking back to parables and Zen koans. And monkey mind thoughts. A loved one's support is like a sturdy foundation. A loved one's support is like a sturdy foundation. So you can build on that support. So okay, next is Kyle Hinojosa. And of course, this is in the middle of the work week, so I appreciate everyone who's able to tune in when the rest of the world is saying, "Hey, you're supposed to be getting ready for work tomorrow." And we appreciate that. But Kyle Hinojosa, your creative endeavors will flourish on a Tuesday. And hey, tomorrow's Tuesday. So, Kyle, your creative endeavors will flourish on a Tuesday.
Could be this one. Could be next one.
Right. Well, it's funny. They say statistically Tuesday is the most productive day of the work week. That's what they say. So Amitai is also asking from Seth, what do I need to learn even though it's hard? Uh-oh, you got two. Buckle up, Amitai. Let's see what we got. First one. A sense of gratitude will fill your heart later today. Now here's the second one. On a bright Saturday morning, a solution to a problem will appear. Amitai. A sense of gratitude will fill your heart later today. Now, that might be something Seth is telling you need to work on, is having that sense of gratitude. Or looking at what are the good things in your life right now. But also, on a bright Saturday morning, a solution to a problem will appear. And I'm getting the sense that these are paired because you need to have that sense of optimism and gratitude, and in order to be able to find that solution. You won't find it if you're gloomy and not appreciating and not paying attention to the good things that are around you. So there you go. All right, Pace it Bast from Seth. And when I says when I encountered Seth, he was teaching me something I didn't want to learn. So okay. So go for Pesa, and then is that Seth? Pesa. Anything is possible with a willing heart. Anything is possible with a willing heart. So now Izzat is asking from Hathor. Oh, you also got 2. Oh. And it's funny, sometimes we go for a while without having that, and then folks suddenly get voicemail. So, Izzat, here's your first one. A deeper appreciation of life's beauty is in your future. Now let's see what the second one has to elaborate. Your greatest passions are the ones that fuel your soul. So is that a deeper appreciation of life's beauty is in your future. Your greatest passions are the ones that fuel your soul. So that's really pretty. I think you're going to discover something that's really going to give you a boost, really going to give you some zeal, some fuel. So a good tiding, most certainly. All right, so Ashley from Anapu. And then Faint Star is going to take the plunge for Seth. But Ashley Spradley is asking Anapu. Blessings are like stars in the night sky. They light your way. Blessings are like stars in the night sky. They light your way.
You got some.
Yeah. So, Ashley, take heart. Anapu is telling you that the night sky for you will be lit with blessings. So. Okay. Hang on. Let me scoot the chat up a little bit. It's a faint star. All right, and then B's going to. He has a married watch, so it's raining, pouring down, absolutely pouring down in England right now. But all right, so let's get faint star something from Seth here. Faint star, your determination will have you inspiring others. Your determination will have you inspiring others. So, faint star, that is set, telling you be determined because it will have a positive effect. So, and B for yourself and for your friend. Oh, and I saw what is it that Copa, I think, was a thing that the parents were watching. I think Argentina finally beat Colombia. I saw the headline, something for that. But let's start with one for you. So B, it says, you'll receive unexpected opportunities and seize them. You will receive unexpected opportunities and seize them. Now, for your friend, come on. For your friend, dare to dream, hope, believe, seek, feel, find, and love. So dare to dream, hope, believe, seek, feel, find, and love. And I know that's a long list, but when you think about it all together, don't be afraid to go out there and just do. Put it out there. Put yourself out there. Okay, so for sarcastic, and then Mimi, advice for a newbie. And then love deluxe. And yes, thank you for the Discord link. So for sarcastic, I hope you guys are doing all right up there. I've been hearing that it's still really hot up there. Sarcastic. A reunion with a loved one awaits you tonight. A reunion with a loved one awaits you tonight. That sounds really awesome. Very hopeful for you. So now for Mimi, advice for a newbie. There we go. Had to get it out. So, Mimi, your kindness will be appreciated by many. Your kindness will be appreciated by many. So just be yourself and the other sense I'm getting is don't be shy. And especially if you're like a newcomer to the group, don't be shy. Just be yourself. Be kind, and you'll make friends here. So your kindness will be appreciated by many. And that's also true. Don't forget IRL. In real life is important, and ultimately, for them, that's still what's most important is in real life. The cyber. Think about something. Cyberspace exists because Ra has seen fit not to zap it yet. So may he continue to give us a break from Carrington events. So Love Deluxe, and then a Subaru from Ra. I spelled it right, but the same aforementioned deity. So let's get Love Deluxe. Love Deluxe. Cherish the love that surrounds you from loved ones. Cherish the love that surrounds you from loved ones. And that's very interesting that we're getting these. There's a kind of a running theme with this. But it's a very, very positive and intriguing one, especially coming on Seth's birthday. So a Subaru, if I'm saying your username wrong, let me know. But you requested one, so. And you got voicemail. And don't worry, I've got some more. I had ordered some more cookies. Granted, I didn't get as big of a box as I was thinking, but we'll certainly tide us over. So your first one. Today, expect the unexpected and embrace the adventure. Now let's see the second one. A trip to a foreign country will broaden your perspective on life. Oh my goodness. Today, expect the unexpected and embrace the adventure. A trip to a foreign country will broaden your perspective on life. As long as you're not having to flee Interpol. Okay, that's all we ask. But embrace the adventure of the unexpected. Okay, and Conspiracy Town. All right, requesting a cookie. Yes, and yes, you don't have to give us a super sticker just to get a cookie. Those are free by request, but we always appreciate those. And what I do is I'll put your name up on the video that I do for the month, and Kid Ptolemy will do a happy dance for you. So.
But the more super stickers we get, the more we can buy equipment to improve the experience.
Yeah, it goes. Yes, it goes into
and incorporate and keep the lights on.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
So yes, the super stickers are really helpful.
Yeah, that's just you don't they're not tied to the cookies.
They're not required, but they are appreciated.
Yeah, but Conspiracy Town, and then let me make sure that I'm so. And then Gabriel from Seth, the man of the hour. What steps do I need to take to go back to school, specifically nursing? I have a hard time with sloth and procrastinating. Again, if you're applying for financial aid, now's a good time to get that done.
Yes. And second, when it comes to nursing, you got to have a lot of vitamins. Nursing is hard.
Oh, are you? He's making a joke about the other kind.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know which one.
Going back to school, nursing, context.
There are people that take classes for that.
Let me get Conspiracy Town's fortune today. And Darren does this completely unscripted, by the way. He just comes up with things off the cuff. I think he would slay people on whose line is it anyway. Conspiracy Town. Every artist was first an amateur. Every artist was first an amateur. So don't worry about being an amateur at first. That's how everyone gets their start. Every artist was first an amateur. But what separates the amateurs from the artists is how long they keep at it. Okay. That's so So Gabriel asked one, then Owlsale, and then Kickbox. I'll make sure. Okay. So for Gabriel, and no, not that kind of nursing. All right. Some folks are getting talkative here. So Gabriel, be a lifelong learner and stay curious. Yes, continuing education, it's a thing. But you have another one. But I think that's a note of encouragement for you with your going back to school. Adventure fuels your soul. Pursue it with passion. So it's funny, yeah. Ask and you shall receive. Be a lifelong learner and stay curious. Adventure fuels your soul. Pursue it with passion. So if that's what you want to do, get up tomorrow and start making phone calls. Do what you need to do. It will happen. And I get the sense that since you've said this is what you want to do, they will help you with it, but they can't do it for you. So Owlsale and then Kickbox and then Fen in the Discord. Okay. And okay, got some more. Later today is about tomorrow. Yeah. Huh. It's funny, Married Webway, you're saying, when you were younger, you had red streaks through your dark brown hair, brown/auburn. You know what? I had a little of that too, right, Darren?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh, goodness. So that was kind of that was a loss for you guys. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and Fainstar had to step out, but absolutely thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. Love Deluxe. No, you didn't get skipped. Love Deluxe. Let's see, yours was
Yeah.
hang on. Let me find it, because then next we're doing Alzeel.
Yeah, Love Deluxe was all about love and
It actually was
appreciating the people that was around him and
or them, I guess.
yeah.
Hold on.
Because there was two of them.
Was it cherish the love that surrounds you from loved ones?
Yes.
Yes, that was for you, Love Deluxe.
That was yours.
Cherish the love that surrounds you from loved ones.
So, it's late at night, go bust down the door and give people hugs.
Maybe. That's not always safe to do that these days, but all right, so Alzeel. Let me all right. I'm going to pull from these last three, and then we'll refresh the basket. And what I've done is, anytime I'm trying to fill the basket, if there's one that just happens to fall out, that's the group one. So, Alzeel. Patience is one of the hardest virtues to master. Patience is one of the hardest virtues to master.
How long is this going to take?
Oh, yeah. And speaking of that, and because some other folks mentioned, it's getting late, and I know Seta had tuned in briefly. I didn't know if she had requested a cookie or not. What I'll do is I'll check, because I know she had to log out of the video chat. I'll pull one for her afterwards and send the picture. But next up is Kit Fox. So he's dealing with a teething little one, and we cannot use the ancient Egyptian prescription for that.
Well, you can, but...
but they'd call CPS.
Yes.
Because a mixture of opium and scrapings from the wall would not exactly be good for kids. Might be good for the parents, but let's not say we did. Oh dear. Good things come to those who wait.
The kid will pass out eventually. Hang in there.
Good things come to those who wait, Kid Fox. The teething will be over sooner or later.
Well, I know how my dad handled it.
Wasn't that also one of those things that they might frown on these days?
Only if they know about it. I mean...
What was it? Something about
he just put a little bit of whiskey on a Q-tip and rubbed my gums with it. He said it stopped. Maybe I didn't care. You know? By the way, Kid Fox, if that works, let me know.
Oh, goodness. Okay, Sarcastic says, fan in the Discord wants one. Oh, Luca, hey. Howdy. And I'd like a cookie from Sutek, and then from Frelo. So let's pick up with Fen. And actually, that's the last one that we have right here, so it's pretty easy to figure out. I said we'll do a fresh batch in just a moment. New beginnings are coming your way. So for Fen, new beginnings are coming your way. All right, let's. Put some more in here. So Luca, you're asking for one from Sutek. That's very low. Okay. There we go. Luca, let's see what we got. Luca, you will be spending time in the mountains soon. Road trip. Sounds like fun. You will be spending time in the mountains soon.
I wouldn't have to go far.
Huh?
I wouldn't have to go far.
Yeah. Luca, if I recall where you're at, it could be it might be a little bit of a trip, but it could still be fun. So I like going into the mountains. But okay, so Thrilo, and then just 3 chaos. Oh goodness. Chat logged a bit, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been out of it because of a lot of work stress. Oh goodness. Well, we love you, love Deluxe. Okay, and Ashley, don't worry, Ron knows about the internet. And he doesn't like techno. Which is kind of funny because there's a techno song that's I think it's called Temple of Ra or something like that. It's like,
Yeah.
but that's not. I get the sense that Jehuti is cool with that because hey, it's math. It's it's waveforms and stuff, right? But Rob prefers real physical instruments, so he's not much on techno. But so Thralo, and then Ashley, you were asking about yours. We'll go through the list in just a second. It's also possible because it's a Monday night. Lots of people are on. They say that's the busiest night of the week for online shopping. Let's see.
Good job.
Yes. But you have people trying to shop early for Amazon Prime, and so our chat is lagging. Let's see. Thrilo, don't be afraid to seek professional help when needed. Poor thing. If you need to step out for a minute, it's okay. But don't be afraid to seek professional help when needed, Thrilo. And let's see, Ashley, yours was further up. It was from Anapu. And yes, yours was blessings are like stars in the night sky. They light your way. So, okay. Yes. Okay, Okay, and hopefully I'm saying would it be Tribo or Tribo's Crypt? Asking for a cookie from Renitet. And because that's your patron goddess. Oh, that's really cool, Merrick Webboy. You've been searching for relatives, for ancestors on the internet. That's really cool that you found pictures. Um, hmm. But, so we're asking Renitet for a cookie for Tribo's Crypt. This cookie looks like it got really well toasted. Okay. Your determination will ensure that you'll be triumphant. So, Tribo's Crypt, your determination will ensure that you will be triumphant. So, Renitet says, stick with it. You will come out victorious, but you're going to have to set your teeth and be determined about it. But yes, a lot of positivity. Let's go ahead because it is about an hour and 15 minutes. So we are. Okay, yeah, we're talking about taxes are already due. Oh, it was due June 15th. Goodness, yeah. Talk to your financial aid department and see if they can help you get any kind of last minute stuff done because they might be able to help you. Okay, yes. And what was the thing about laughing? I was laughing because Darren was making a joke about nursing. He was making a pun because nursing you were talking about, and that being school, like going to school for the profession of nursing, being an LPN or an RN, or CNA, certified nursing assistant. Well, Darren was making a joke about the kind of nursing that ISIS is doing for Horace. And that's why he said take lots of vitamins. And that's why I was like, oh, bad pun. But yeah. Lactation nursing. And we're like, no, dear. I know you're making a joke about that, but that's what it was. So don't worry. Nobody's laughing at anyone else except Darren.
I suppose the other kind of nursing would be like nursing something, drinking something.
Yeah, nursing a drink, yeah. Still asking Toth for help logging into Usenet. I think Usenet went down. Because they sundowned all of that. It was earlier, either this year or last year, but very recently they actually sunsetted Usenet. And I know this because some folks told me about it because there used to be a group called alt.toys.transformers. And I learned a lot of early lessons about the internet, seeing the dramas and the other stuff from that particular fan forum. But it is part of history now. But yeah, so if you're having trouble logging into Usenet, it's because nobody's logging into Usenet right now. But anyway, Married Web Web, from whoever has a message for me, thank you. And All right, Mary Pueblo, thank you for hanging in there. I know it's so late, it's early where you are. And there we go. Your enthusiasm for sports will create positive energy and motivation in those around you. It says your enthusiasm for sports will create positive energy and motivation in those around you. I think that can mean even if you're just supporting those that do enjoy it, they will appreciate that and know that you're cool. And, it's like I'm not really a fan of American football, but Darren is. And because I'm a good partner and I've listened to him and learned a lot of things. And so there are things I'll say, oh, well, isn't so-and-so from whatever? And he'll go, yeah, very good. Yeah. So you just kind of absorb things. I'm still convinced that, things like football are soap operas for guys. And I have to say American football, not what the rest of the world knows as football. But, okay. Something I'm going to go ahead and read because I think with all of the cookies that we've gotten, I think there's been sort of a theme of goodwill and brotherliness. And this is something that involves Set. And this is a prayer for goodwill. May 4 knots be tied by the guardian of the sky. May 4 knots be made firm by Set for Osiris, as he did on that day of cutting off the lock of hair. And may we all know friendship, as the Aeneid once knew friendship, before any uproar had come to be, when Osir and Set caused one another to be well. Now, this actually draws from a spell from the Book of the Dead, but what's intriguing to me is that it suggests that as brothers before they had a falling out, Set and Osiris shared a rite of passage together, because cutting off the side lock, that was a part of a rite of passage into manhood. And so it puts a very beautiful picture in your mind of a very young Osiris and a very young Set, coming of age together before tumult had come into being. And so I guess that's another element to, what we're doing tonight. And I think that's really cool. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and read, to make the offerings endure. If anyone has any other requests, go ahead and put those up. And we definitely, some folks had made some requests for things tonight. We want the gods to lend their capability and their strong arm of compassion and help everyone that's been tuning in, that has taken time out of their busy schedule to be with us tonight. We love you for it. And so, hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Kepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khmenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Sutek. You have come in peace, O Yunechiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Sutek. May you go forth in peace, O Yunechiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All right, yes, good night to everyone who needs to tune in, or tune out, I guess. Absolutely, yeah. And actually, the bells, what I'm ringing is a sistrum, but the jingles on it are basically the same jingles that you would have in like a tambourine or something else. So they do have that
tambourine.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something really funny. We had a World Religion Day event several years ago where there was like a group. I was part of a group prayer at the beginning that we read, and I shook my sistrum, and this little kid in the back of the audience goes, "Ho, ho, ho," thinking immediately Christmas when they heard the sistrum, and there was like a chuckle that just erupted from the back of the audience. So, yeah, it was really cute. Mm-hmm. Well, you are so welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on a weeknight. And come back if you can tomorrow for the birth of Seth, better known as Isis. And in the meantime, you guys be safe and well. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And see you tomorrow.